Hi, I'm Jay Leonard J, and this is the Swart Atomic Space Tone Pro. Here we go. Get that James Bond chord in there. As you can tell, this amp is awesome. Volume-wise, it's right between a Princeton Reverb and the Deluxe Reverb, but it doesn't sound anything like either of those amps. If anything, it's more in the Steve Cropper Tweed kind of world, you know, that kind of... reedy, lots of mids right in the middle. Unlike a Tweed Deluxe, it doesn't have that farty, flabby bottom end. It's very, very tight in the low end and very condensed and direct right in your face all the time. It's perfect if you're a funk player and you rely on a lot of articulation, like that single note. You hear that? Like that percussion. You do that Nile Rodgers, the Daft Punk. It's almost like there's a compressor on it. It's so sweet and so just awesome. It's definitely not for if you're a strummer guy or you want to be in the background, you want to hide in the mix. It's not very good because you could hear everything that you're doing. This is definitely for the bold, in-your-face guitar player. If you're a soloist in the band and there's just a lot of guys in the band, you're definitely going to stick out with this thing. The reverb on this amp is awesome. It's definitely not that 60s surf reverb sound where if you add just a little too much, you just get a soup of reverb with your lead tone and it just becomes really unintelligible. It definitely always stays in the background while still being really, really full and I guess for spacey because it's a space tone. It's super spacey. You can hear, right now I have the reverb almost all the way up and you can tell that's a lot of reverb, but I could still hear all the detail of my guitar. It's just beautiful, and it trails off wonderfully. It's nice and round, it's nice and fat, doesn't stand out too much, but it just, this nice wallpaper that sits in the background and just makes you feel at home. The tremolo is one of my favorite effects ever, and it never is on an amp. I always look for amps that have it, but usually the amps that have it, it either doesn't sound very good or the tremolo sounds very bad. So bad amp or bad tremolo. This has great tremolo, and it's that biased super round tremolo, which is great for making kind of your guitar chordy stuff sound more like a lead part. And I'll show you what I mean here. If we're doing something like this, sounds really awesome by its own. You just put a little bit of tremolo on it and all of a sudden it becomes something so much sweeter, and it just brings a lot more attention to it, and it adds this little quirkiness and sadness to it. Just listen to that. Doesn't that just sound so much more like, you know, beautiful? And you can also do the surf thing. Well, let's give it a little bit more of that. So that sounds really, really awesome. In terms of the distortion on this amp, it's really smooth, it's really cool, and again, it's tight, direct, in your face. You're not going to get buried in the mix. You pretty much run out of volume at about 5, and everything above that turns into gain. So here, I'm going to crank it right up here. Here we go. Very articulate, but it's dirty. It sounds great. In terms of boosters, if you have pedals and stuff like that, my personal opinion, it's not really going to work well with a tube screamer. It's just too much mids, too much everything. I would probably use a treble booster. That would be killer for the amp. And actually, they have a treble booster that they made, and I'll be demoing that soon. It sounds killer. Or something more flat, like a tube driver, like a Chandler tube driver. Now, should I buy the amp or should I not buy the amp? This is how I'm going to break it down. Why you should buy the amp. One, it's super, super small. It's very, very light. It sounds great. It's more than enough volume. Pretty much if you're going to play in any place that needs more volume than this, there's going to be a PA, so you're going to have it mic'd anyway, so it's fine. It's great for lead players, it's great for percussive players, it's great for if you're in a band with lots of people and you need to stick out, this is the amp for you. And damn, it looks cool! It's like an art piece. You can leave it around the house and your wife's going to think, oh, that looks really cool. It doesn't look like that really gross, beaten up, like Supro amp that, you know, that's like all torn out and the Tolex is all screwed up. No, it's sexy, it's gorgeous. When do I not want this amp? It's definitely not for a metal guy. It's not there. I'm sorry, bud. It's gonna, if you live like in the 1970s and you need lots of volume, like a 400 rack watt thing, it's not gonna really work for you. But it's not the 70s anymore, so enjoy that. Also, the other thing I don't like about it is the tubes are like really available to my fingers all the time, so if I'm reaching in the bag I can very easily burn my fingers, and that kind of sucks. All in all though, it's a super, super amp. I highly recommend it. And I'm really, really happy with it. So that's all I got to say. Enjoy! Take care.